Hello, welcome to Reaction Shots for what I believe to be April. Not quite sure.
Yeah, we're in April. Mid-April.
I watched National Treasure 2 last night,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
That movie rips.
When I saw that headline.
Still rips, dude.
When I saw the headline for the show, I was like, I love. Yes.
For this episode?
No, the
For the show.
The show,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
show, the
Why
show.
is this mic so-
National Treasure show is coming.
Yeah, and
with
Riley's
Riley.
gonna be in it.
You know Nick Cage is going to show up.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Dude, that's something the movies actually did really well, is like having all the same actors and characters show up. Like Harvey Keitel shows back up.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
just like, yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Whatever.
Sean Bean's the first one.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Sean
This
Bean's
one,
the goat.
Ed Harris is the...
Ed Harris. It's great. Love
Bad
Ed
guy?
Harris. Nice.
What a ridiculous film.
Mm-hmm.
Love them. I like almost cried in the very end because the credits song reminded me of my mom.
Oh.
Because she loved those movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't really have a theme for this month because I forgot to think about it. Been a little busy lately. We delayed it for a week, and here we are.
Here we are.
We're here, and we're going to talk about whatever the fuck we want.
Hell yeah.
Get ready.
Get
Strap in.
Buckle up.
Before we get into the theme for this month, which is whatever, have you seen anything that you liked lately?
Tenant.
You finally watched Tenet.
Finally did it. Needed to get lost in some long, complicated movies. Definitely, unequivocally, his worst film,
By far.
but still great. Like, I don't know when the world decided that Nolan was all of a sudden shit. Everyone was obsessed with him, and then one day, because of Dark Knight Rises, maybe, everyone was like,
Ooh, Dark Knight Rises might be his worst.
Maybe, yeah. But I just love Batman. Like,
It could be
I
a
have
tie.
a bias.
It's a tie.
Tenet gets lost in the details, but it
Yes.
still feels like a $150 million independent movie, the way that movie is filmed. Nobody makes movies like Christopher Nolan, so there's just like so much value to that movie, even though it gets lost in the details and is a little convoluted, and the main character is super boring.
Well, that's the thing. That's what that movie needed was characters.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
have any
it
characters.
doesn't have any great characters.
Robert Pattinson is the only person with like personality
Yeah.
at all.
Really good.
The main character is literally a blank slate named protagonist.
Yeah.
I also I vacillate on what I think of his performances. I am never fully sold on
Nolan's actors?
main guy.
Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never
John David Washington?
John David, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never sold. I haven't been sold on him yet. I liked him in Malcolm and Marie, but I didn't like him in Tenet. But I don't know if it's the direction of the script. Like
Yeah.
he had nothing to like. I think they were intentionally telling him to play it like emotionless.
Yeah.
So I can't judge if it's his performance or you know what I mean.
Just the whole time I was watching it, I was like, "This is just fucking cool."
Yeah.
This premise, yes.
The final battle is pretty wild.
Yeah, like again, nobody makes movies like Nolan.
Yeah.
Nobody. Like, there's so much CG in movies. Like, obviously, Nolan uses CG, of course, but like, just the newest episode of like Moon Knight. Just like any Marvel thing, they walk into a place and I'm like, cool soundstage, guys, awesome. You know, cool like CG set decorations everywhere. It's just like,
Speaking of Moon Knight, dude, I think I hated it the first 2 episodes.
it's fine.
Episode 3 got okay.
Yeah.
Like when, I guess, a different main character is the main character, it's way more interesting.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know. I just, origin stories are so tedious.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know you're going to
Figure it out.
do the thing. I know you're going to get the power. I know you're going to do the thing you swore you'd never do again. I know
Yeah.
you're going to whatever. And it's like, just do it.
Yeah.
Like we don't. It's
Just
not.
do it.
It's not 2005 anymore. We
I know.
don't. We don't
it's not
need
Netflix
this.
Daredevil with 13-hour seasons. Like,
Yeah.
let's go.
Like we don't need this anymore.
Yeah.
We're past it. Just give me the Batman where everything's already established.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Batman did it so perfectly.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
Batman
God.
was sick.
Yeah.
What else have we seen lately? We watched Captain Blood together. An Errol
yeah.
Flynn movie from
Yeah,
the
we did,
30s
we
or
did.
whatever.
It was crazy.
It was actually pretty wild.
Yeah, like the 1930s films always surprise me because
Yeah.
I associate like 40s with Bogart and noir and like so classic and refined even.
Yeah.
But then when I watch 30s movies, I'm like blown away by some of the stuff they do. I always like assume the 30s is like 20s and like silent movies, you know? It's like 30s has got some good shit.
And the Hays Code was 34. But, yeah. But, like, the 30s were pretty shocking. Like, sometimes Freaks and stuff. I think that came in before the Hays Code. I think that was 32, but maybe I'm wrong. But, like, this one was so crazy. And it went all over the place. He's a doctor. He helps a guy out who's, like, a rebel of something. Gets, like, sold into slavery.
It was insane.
Of course, there
mutinies.
are there are no black people.
Of
They
course,
just like
1930s,
skip over that entirely.
yeah.
They're like the whole movie's about like slaves rebelling and being free, but they're all
white.
And I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, okay, this is real weird.
Yeah.
But, and
They
then
go
it
to
becomes-
Tahiti and it's like a lot of white people.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It's just like a different reality back then. Oh my god. And then they become pirates.
Yeah.
It's just like
weird.
and he kills so many people, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Pretty nutcase movie. We also learned that Errol Flynn
It is kind of sketchy.
was a complete and total monster.
Totally.
Had like peepholes and microphones and
yeah.
like
So
two-way
weird.
mirrors and like hidden ceiling viewports
So
in his
weird.
house and like would spy on women and like
Crazy shit.
woof.
Turner Classic though, it's got some good shit.
Turner Classic movies.
They do that behind the scenes. I really liked.
Yeah.
They do like behind the scenes weird, like in between movies. They'll do like behind the scenes shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I guess if your house is full of peepholes and you've got consent, it's
if you
fine.
have to sign a release when you walk into the house,
Right.
you know.
Like if everyone involved is having fun with it, then
Yeah.
sure.
Mirrors on the ceilings and shit.
Something I kind of I bet that he wasn't getting consent.
No. Shady.
Not okay.
You know
Not
what else I
okay,
watched,
Errol. What else did you watch?
I broke all my rules. I was watching IMAX films at home.
I love this for you. This
Avatar.
is a brave new world. You've
Avatar-
already seen Avatar.
Do you know how sacred Avatar is to me? I
Yes,
saw it.
I have an idea.
legit saw it 3 times in the IMAX.
Uh-huh.
1 time at home director's cut.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
And the at-home director's cut was like a year or 2 after release. So it's been like
Yeah.
10 years
Yeah.
since I've seen it.
I don't
and
think I've seen it since theaters.
I can't wait for people to rewatch it once the trailer hits for 2, because everyone is going to be like, yeah, we were too fucking hard on this movie. It is amazing. It is absurd the amount of hate that Avatar gets strictly because it's the highest grossing movie of all time.
Does it get hate, or are people just kind of like, the story's basically Pocahontas, and then everyone freaks
That
out?
to me is worse than hate. That's pretentious and condescending. Just dismissing it as like, oh, Fern Gully, Pocahontas, grow up.
Yo, hey, Ferngully and Pocahontas are pretty tight.
Seriously, New World, Terrence Malick, let's go, 10 out of 10. Seriously, grow up though. To all the haters out there.
Grow up.
It's so, like, the MCU just gets, like, and the Snyderverse and all of it just is,
Yeah.
like, gets criticism, but there's, like, so many diehard fans, and, like,
Yeah.
they just, like, oh, the MCU is just fun. Why is that not okay for Avatar? To just be, like, this fun, awesome movie. And,
Yeah.
like, sure, it's on the nose with, like, unobtainium and these people coming to take your land, but, like, that's fucking universal.
Yeah.
And yeah, people make fun of it like it's on the nose. Like, good. Be on the nose. When I was watching it, I was like, this shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
People, like, war in Ukraine. I
Yeah.
was thinking about it. This shit is fucked up. And why would we not want to watch a movie to see that perspective, to see the perspective of the people getting murdered and terrorized? Such a good movie, dude. So much value. Great action. Can't wait for 2. 10 out of 10. Avatar. Get ready.
You know what you got to do is
Strap in.
You know what you got to do is go to Animal Kingdom, Disney World.
I know. Never been to Disney World.
First, what is it called? First flight, flight something.
Flight of the
Fucking
something.
amazing ride, dude.
Yeah.
Like best ride at Disney.
Hell yeah.
Like I liked it way more than Rise of the Resistance even.
I've never been on that. Never been on the Guardians
Let's go to
ride.
Disneyland, dude. Let's go to Disneyland.
I would love to go to. I've been wanting
Straight
to go
up.
for like 5 years.
Let's go to Disneyland.
I would love to go.
Fucking 2 weeks from now.
We
Let's
missed
go.
it. Guillermo was there. He was on
I
the Haunted
saw
Mansion.
that, dude. I
know.
saw that, and I was like, oh.
I was like, I tweeted him. I was like, yo, that'd be such a dream to go on Haunted Mansion with you. I didn't reveal all the information that I've actually had dreams of being on the Haunted Mansion with Guillermo. That's what I should have said. It would be a dream? No, I've had dreams.
I've had
of
this
it.
dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that you just have innocent little dreams about going on the Haunted Mansion.
Guillermo just like
Guillermo
pointing
del
at shit.
Toro. Oh.
Yeah.
He seems like such a lovely man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny though that you say like, why can people say MCU movies
Like,
are
oh, it's
just
fun,
dumb
cool.
fun?
Yeah.
Because it's like, so I was
Free
shocked
pass.
because we all recently, if you didn't see it, we all went and watched. I rented a theater for us, which a lot of people were worrying about us, like spending a whole bunch of money in LA. That's like a normal thing since COVID. It's like $400, $300. It's like not terrible,
And it was
you
part
can-
of our drive.
And it was part of our drive. Yeah, we had budgeted for it. So like some people were like, "Whoa, don't spend like 10 grand on this." And it's like, no. It's like a thing. You can just do it. Like that's like a fun Saturday for a group of friends, you know, like and it's 1 to 40 people for that amount. So if you have 40 people going to a movie in LA and you rent a theater, it's literally cheaper.
Yeah, what the heck?
It's cheaper cuz like tickets are $13, $15, $18, $20 here.
And people will pay it.
And people will pay it. People will pay it.
People will pay it.
We got our Doctor Strange tickets and then realized for the Alamo and then realized that that
Ouch.
day Sophia has to change apartments at her building because they're installing sprinklers, but it's like that day. And then I tried to find tickets for a different day. Sold out.
Sold out.
Sold out.
Sold out. Because everyone
like,
wants
shit.
to see the Avatar 2 trailer.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
why
sure
everyone-
that's why everyone's
It's
going.
crazy.
Oh, but what I was going to say about Sonic 2, watch our spoiler mode, it's fun, it's public, is that I was surprised that all the other guys were so down on it.
Me too. I was blown
I was
away.
like- I was like-
loved that movie.
I know, I realized afterwards, I didn't say this in the spoiler mode, but I realized that I have two modes when I'm going to a movie, right? If it's Sonic 2
Yeah.
or Avatar or Endgame,
Yeah.
I'm just here to have fun.
Here to have fun.
If it's fucking Bellatar, you know, I'm going to think and I'm
Yeah.
going to criticize, you know? But like, and ne'er the twain shall meet, you know? Like, what's the fun in watching Sonic 2 if you're going to be like, well, it was a bit pedestrian. I mean, you
it's
know,
not the
just-
Northman, you know? I'm not
Yeah,
going
it's
in
like-
there.
Yeah, you don't go
doing
to the
research.
lighthouse.
Yeah.
You're not going into the lighthouse being like,
Yeah.
Avatar vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of
Totally.
just like, I don't know.
It was
Everybody needs to chill. I feel
when
like.
we sat down, I was like, oh, I can't wait for everyone to just like praise this movie. And then it
Yeah.
was like, oh, everyone hates it. What the hell?
When Don is the most unhinged.
Yeah.
Like I think he honestly, I can't trust any of his opinions because I can't tell if he's ever just doing it for the lols.
I thought it was a bit.
I thought it was a bit.
Yeah.
I've known him for 12 years or whatever it's
Yeah.
been. I don't know if it's been that many. 11 or 10.
been over 10.
10, I don't know. But like, I still don't know. I still don't know if anything he says is real or not. And it's hilarious.
No
and
disrespect
it's
to
fun.
Jurassic Park, but like,
Jurassic Park
If-
3
if-
is hot garbage and
if-
he loves it.
if I
and he
was-
hated Sonic 2.
if I was stalking rentals at a Blockbuster, they would be in the same category.
Yes. Oh.
Sonic, Jurassic Park, like.
I mean, Jurassic Park.
Why are we?
Jurassic Park was revolutionary in many ways.
I'm just saying, like Hollywood blockbuster.
Yeah.
You know. Like,
Well, Jurassic Park and like Terminator
Yeah.
and like all these, I think because of time and for being like the first one to do it, they get granted a bit, even like for me, a bit of status, you know?
yeah.
But you're right. They're basically on the same pedestal as
Yeah.
Back to the Future, Avatar, whatever, and I love them.
Yeah.
National Treasure 2 almost made me cry last night. Like, like this is what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
I saw one that I think you've probably seen. A rare horror movie outing for me in the house. I don't know why I said outing. We watched it on the television. On HBO Max. They just added it. Great poster. A lot of blue and red.
The Night House.
The Night House.
Love the Night House. I saw this going around because it's streaming now.
Yeah.
Love this effing movie.
It took like 2 days of building up to, like,
Hell yeah.
I had to watch.
Because it has some of that unsettling shit for you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And like,
That
we
jump
watched
scare.
the trailer. Which one?
Like a phone rings or something.
Oh, yeah.
A fourth of the way
All
in.
the jump scares were fake outs, though. Like, there were only like 2, and they didn't really get me, thankfully.
Okay.
But I had her look at the, like, how scary is it website that's like rates it, and I was like, compare it to The Witch.
Yeah.
Because I love The Witch, you
Yeah.
know, and it was like less scary than The Witch, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll be all right. Kind of a good movie.
Yeah, I love that movie. Because it's about grief.
It's interesting because the more I thought about it, the more I unpacked. Because like with movies like that, I'm like, okay, what's the metaphor? What are we doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was thinking like, okay, it's trauma, it's grief, and then I realized spoilers for The Night House briefly. It's about. I'll put my hand up when it's spoilers. Audio listeners, just skip forward 30 seconds. It's about suicidal ideation.
Mm-hmm.
It's about her struggle with that. And I'm like, oh, shit, okay. And then everything fell into place. And I was like, oh, my God.
So good.
Dark.
Very dark.
Yeah.
Very dark.
And, like, cool visual effects.
Yes.
Really cool visual effects.
I saw that going around, that
Yeah.
viral tweet. Someone edited all the background stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like when things are revealed in the background, they did a super cut of it.
Also, I think that they were peppering in, like, little background stuff constantly. Like, facial, because the human brain, you know, facial recognition stuff. I was noticing, like, faces in the background and stuff, and I was like, is that meant to be a thing? Or is that just a coincidence? You know, they did, like, such a good job.
Heck yeah.
Crazy movie.
Yeah.
And I liked it because it didn't linger with me. I'm not, like, scared still.
Totally.
You know? Which, like, that's why I'm afraid of watching It Follows or whatever, because I'm like, I don't want to see something, like, standing in my doorway in my imagination all the time, you know?
Yeah.
Ay.
That one scene, oh my God, and It Follows.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Good, don't.
I gotta watch it, though.
No. Watch it with the lights on in the daytime.
Yeah.
It helps.
Oh, my God. Severance, dude.
I keep hearing about this.
I subscribed to Apple TV.
People with blue check marks watch Severance and Ted Lasso.
They love Ted Lasso.
The blue check marks, they love
blue
it.
check marks, they love
Ted Lasso.
It's because they're all
Severance.
Apple freaks.
Yeah.
They're all Apple fan kids.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can't blame them. Severance is top notch. That's some top drawer entertainment right there.
Nice.
Oh my God. Miss
Then-
Casey is so hot.
Then season 2 will fall off. Everyone will be over
I
it.
mean, who knows?
Classic streaming era.
Yeah.
Season 1 is like, you have to effing watch this. This is the best show ever. And then you just like don't hear about it. Like what happened to Ozark? Do you remember Ozark for a minute? It was like the biggest
Everybody's
thing.
still talking about Ozark. They love it. But you're right. The heat, the fire, they turned the heat down.
Yeah.
It was at a 10 and now it's at like a 3.
Yeah.
Our Flag Means Death, dude, rips. That show's
Yeah.
sick.
Blue check
HBO.
marks. Yeah.
You gotta renew it. To my knowledge, they haven't renewed that one
Yeah.
yet, and everyone's talking about it. Everybody loves it.
Yeah. They're probably trying to get more people to watch it.
Who knows, man?
Yeah.
You watch anything else?
Nothing really important. I rewatched Inception and it's aged better. I went through a roller coaster with Inception. Obviously, when it came out, you know, it's one of the best of all time.
Same.
Watch it so many times, and then it like dips because it's like you know everything.
Right. It's like the whole first half of the movie. You're like, I don't need the explanation. I know the rules.
Put it in the vault for like 6 years and just brought it back out and watched it with like a new perspective. And it was like the best it's ever been, honestly.
It's funny.
I enjoyed it the most I've ever enjoyed it.
It's funny, like, I heard an axiom, I don't know, like a thing of, for artists, like, work on a thing, get it to where you like it, and then wait 10 years and go back and look at it, or 1 year or 2 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Go back and then come back and look at it and see if you still like it, and then it's good, right? And like I've been doing that lately with some feature film screenplays that I wrote, because like during and after film school, I wrote like 4 feature films and then just didn't do anything with them because I'm not good at like marketing myself or networking or whatever.
Same.
So I've just been sitting on these things, and like a couple of them are okay. And I like went back and redid one of them as an adaptation of a Nabokov novel, and then like this other one is like a body switching thing with like trans vibes, you know, which I wrote like a decade ago and still haven't finished. I have like it needs like 15 more pages, and then
Yeah.
it'll be done. But I've rewritten the
Yo.
first half of it, like literally probably 20 times. I think it's on V19.
Whoa. Patch notes.
Patch notes, dude. But it's like, it's been fascinating for me now because like, and now it's almost like perfect where it's like, okay, I wrote the first half
Yeah.
while presenting as a dude
Yeah.
and the second half as a woman. And it's just like, well, this is like too perfect.
It is that the Wikipedia entry
Yeah.
for this movie
If I get to
is
make
incredible. Like production.
it won't be a
that
very
story.
expensive movie. I don't think it's a very expensive movie either. I could probably just try to do it, but
If you need help, let me know.
absolutely,
That
bro.
sounds sick.
You'd like it.
Sick.
It's like psychological, like gender politics, a little sexuality in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. Anyway, this isn't a podcast about my failed feature film scripts.
Not failed.
Just not successful
Just-
yet.
Yeah. Not failed.
Heretofore unsuccessful.
Did you, really quickly before we get into it, did you hear about the John Malkovich movie that you'll never see?
No.
Did you hear about this? It's so weird. Whatever you said earlier triggered it in my brain. Apparently they made this movie that they're going to release in 150 years.
What?
And they put it in a vault. And it's the whole marketing is the movie you'll never see because you'll be dead.
What the fuck?
So it comes out in like 2133 or something.
Wow.
So like all these people that are like really young are like, or if they're like 10, like saw some kid on Twitter like, my goal is to live to 112 to see this movie, or like 115 or whatever.
My goal is to get to upload my brain
Yeah,
so then me or the copy of me can see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Avatar,
Yeah.
dude. Avatar
I would-
rips.
I would go Avatar, baby.
Like
They seem to be having a great time. Also, that tail sex seems real good.
the tail sex is problematic,
Is it?
in my opinion, in Avatar.
It is a little weird that they also do it to like ride a horse.
Yeah, they do it to the.
I forgot about that.
It's just like, yo, you're mine now kind of thing to like the bird, and it's just weird. It freaks me out a little bit. I'm a little uncomfortable.
You're right. I forgot about that whole aspect
Yeah.
of it. I was just thinking about the sex scene.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
they're like doing the same. Maybe because there's a bunch of tendrils.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't connect all the same tendrils
Okay.
when you're riding a bird or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? So maybe you're not like, you're just putting in the like, hey, I suggest
You're
go
like
right.
mind rather than your body.
Well,
or
I just,
something?
maybe you're just like, it's a collaborative thing. Because when they're with each other,
Yeah.
they're not taking each other over. They're just communicating. They're just
True.
becoming one. And that's what that whole movie's about, is like being one with nature,
That's
right?
good.
Environmentalism.
That's good. That's good.
So maybe you're not like controlling it, more as just sharing
Yeah.
an awareness.
Yeah.
So it's more of a collaboration. It's not a taking over.
It's good.
Or you're just fucking a bird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's okay on Pandora.
Just some of the best action scenes. Like I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't want to harp on
It's
Avatar.
got mechs.
Like the final battle is not as good as Endgame, obviously, but like
Endgame is great.
better than 98% of blockbuster action movies. That final battle, like rewatch it. It's insanely good with high stakes, real stakes. Hard to get that in big blockbuster action movies.
And Giovanni Ribisi's in there.
Oh yeah, Giovanni, frickin'
Who's the main like
Stephen Lang, Quaritch villain.
the like main military guy?
Quaritch, yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen Lang is
Big
incredible.
square jaw guy, the big like
Yes.
yeah.
Sigourney Weaver's in there.
Sigourney, dude.
Kate Winslet's coming in the next one.
Oh my god.
Like,
Just get that Sam Worthington out of there and we're all set.
he's good in Avatar. He's good in
so,
Avatar.
I mean, I guess he's good because he's just so bland that
Yeah.
it's like a
He was-
great audience analog.
yeah, he was endearing because he's terrible in like Clash of the Titans and
Yeah.
Terminator Salvation.
Yeah.
But I like him in Avatar.
All right. Avatar. Modi, dude.
We'll see. We'll see what happens in a few months if people come around. I hope so.
We'll see if Avatar 2 ever comes out.
Dude, it's coming.
The trailers attached to Doctor Strange are rumored.
I know.
That's not. You've been saying it like
I
it's
know.
a fact.
I know.
These are rumors.
I know. It's coming for sure. They wrapped.
This movie's never done.
They
It's
put
never gonna-
Avatar 1 on Disney Plus recently.
Yeah.
All the stars are
Avatar
aligning.
2 wrapping production is like still
Well, and
6
3,
years
I think 3 is done filming too.
Okay, that's still 6 to 7 years of post, right? Like
They've been doing post as they've been going.
that's true. The James Cameron tech.
Yeah.
Fix it in pre.
I don't know
There
where all
just
this
better
shit
not
talk
be any
comes.
like nasty, because I've heard there's gonna be some underwater stuff.
A lot of underwater. The whole movie's going to be like underwater.
I won't be able to watch it.
Yeah, the whole damn movie.
As long as they're not like green and barnacle-y. Oh, I'm like picturing shipwrecks right now and I can't.
I don't think there'll be shipwrecks, but there will definitely be like fallen planes from the battle, maybe. Because you have to assume they like flee underwater.
Like if it's like the Gungans,
I think it's going to be Gungan
or
vibe.
if it's like the Abyss, where it's like a beautiful underwater city or whatever, like that doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
That doesn't proc my shit.
Chill.
My submechanophobia, though, freaks out on a sunken plane.
I think it's going to be more Gungan. I think you'll be all right.
And like the longer the item has been submerged, the worse it is.
Yeah.
Like a brand new airplane underwater, like literally crashing, still skeeves me out.
Yeah.
If it's been sitting on the bottom of the ocean for like 4
Titanic.
years or whatever, Titanic, I can't even think about it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we got to talk about something else.
Let's do it. Titanic barnacles. Sorry.
Oh
I'm sorry.
no!
I just don't know how people talk shit on the dude who made Terminator 1 and 2 and Aliens and True Lies and The Abyss and Titanic.
Dude, I'm not talking shit.
You're not.
James Cameron
Because you
seems
love
like
movies.
Yeah. He makes fine films. Seems like kind of a disagreeable man to be married to,
Probably.
from what I've gathered.
Probably.
I mean, he's passionate about his craft. He just gets lost in the work. You've got to understand, he's driven.
Chris Nolan got lost in the details. Too much, Nolan.
It's too much. No,
Not everything
no,
needs to
no.
be a damn puzzle box.
I mean, if it is, just make it entertaining. Like, The Prestige, I think is probably maybe best movie. Like,
I think Dunkirk is one of his best.
that's the one I haven't seen. I think I've seen every other Nolan movie except for that one. And his like very, very first like before following or whatever.
Doodlebug.
Doodlebug.
Just a short.
Oh, it's
film.
just a short.
Yeah,
Okay. Booey.
That's my phobia, by the way. Doodlebug. That's all I'm gonna say.
Little
Just watch
bugs?
it. Just it freaks me out.
I was thinking about. I've been percolating. The next feature I want to write is like a folk horror. I won't go much more into it, but I've been thinking of like scary ideas. And last night I was thinking of just like something like looking around the door frame at you while you're like sitting in bed, and it just sitting there staring at you.
So scary.
And it's like you don't notice it at first.
Yeah.
And then you do, but you don't know what to do. And then you have like that shining moment where
Yep.
you're just like staring at it.
That's peak
Yeah.
James Wan in his prime.
Oh, yeah.
Insidious 1 and 2,
Oh, yeah.
Conjuring, like
Yeah.
he perfected that.
Like-
and then now everyone tries to like mimic that.
Because it's like,
Bly Manor. Hill House. Yeah.
but like what's worse, right? Than you see a thing and it sees you.
So scary.
And like,
What is it? Conjuring 2?
what do you do?
Or
How do you move? How do you make a move?
One of the Conjurings, a kid is in bed or Insidious, and it's like there's someone in the corner, and it's just like blackness, darkness, and there's it's in the corner, and maybe you like hear something, and it's like there's no one there, but it's like you just know there's someone there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Like Gerald's Game.
oh my God, Flanagan.
I've only seen parts of it, and
The
I wish I
Master.
hadn't. But like the guy standing in the corner in that, I'm just like, bah!
Rules.
Doors and corners, Holden. All right. What the hell?
Yo, is Northman gonna be like the Green Knight, and I'm gonna be the only one that hates it?
I don't know.
It's so gonna be, and everyone's just gonna be like, it's so artful.
I mean, it's funny to me that
I'm
everyone's
scared.
so jazzed about it because it's like the dude makes like hardcore capital A art films.
Yeah,
Like, but people
good
are
trailers, visually
but
arresting.
people are treating this one like it's like a whiz bang blockbuster.
Yeah.
And I'm
'Cause
confused.
the
I'm
editing.
like, you guys know what this is, right? Like,
He said the editing process was a nightmare because they wanted it to be like Gladiator and Braveheart,
Oh,
And he was like, that's not the movie I made.
yeah.
So we'll see.
Right. I mean, I think it'll be fun. I don't know. Yeah. Is this just Bloodworth? My phone keeps going crazy.
Bloodworth.
It
looks sweet.
Let's talk about whatever the hell it is we're going to talk about. What do you think?
Sure.
Watch Severance.
Watch Avatar.
At the same time.
It's so good. Dude, the action is insane. The story, the characters. How do you not like Natiri? Come on.
She's
people.
great.
She is.
I'm just going to read through whatever people said in order. What do you think?
Go for it.
John Gallagher. Oh, yeah. So if you're a patron at $7 and up, you're in the film club. Normally, we have a much more structure to this show where we have like, a theme or whatever. This time I was just like, I don't know. Oscar movies? What else?
Saw all of them and they were all excellent. Truly.
I've seen maybe 3 of them.
They're so excellent.
I liked The Worst Person in the World quite a lot.
I'm so mad at this Will Smith incident because it really overshadowed what could have been a comeback for the Oscars. Leading all the way up to that moment, the show was so great. Twitter was loving it. Like, there was a very positive reception to the Oscars. Like, there's always the complaint, oh, it's too long. Yeah, there's always the complaint that it's like too long, like blah, blah, blah. And it's like, people were here for the length of it. People were okay spending 3 or 4 hours watching it, like because of quarantine and all that. Like, people were here for it. Yeah. The reception was awesome. And then that happened, and it's like, okay, the Oscars suck. Will Smith, Chris Rock, blah, blah, blah. And it just overshadowed everything. It overshadowed the celebration of movies. And this year had such good movies, like a really good, diverse, what's that word? Array. A lineup, sure, yeah. Smorgasbord. Like, just, yeah, it really.
Charlotte's Web when I think smorgasbord, right? Is that the one with the cartoon rat who like eats a bunch of stuff?
I think so.
There's a whole musical number about a smorgasbord. Is that what I'm thinking of?
Smorgasbord. I don't know.
Whatever. But you're right.
I really like the
Will
Oscars.
Smith thing was unhinged.
It
man.
was so unhinged.
Like, we don't have to get into it because there's just so much wrapped up in it.
Yeah.
There's so much wrapped up in it.
Yeah.
But like,
out of control moment.
Pretty wild moment.
Yeah. 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 And there were just
what the hell?
What the hell? I didn't know what was happening. I thought it was like part of a bit.
I thought it was
something.
scripted until like the second time I watched it, and I was like, oh no, this is. I was like, he said fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't say that.
Yeah. But some phenomenal films, and some of them that like even I love all films, all genres, all countries, whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely some that I would never have known about or watched. And that's one of the main reasons I love the Oscars, is to shine a light on some of these movies, like Flea. Tokyo Slim loves Flea. He's been talking about Flea a lot. It was nominated for Best Foreign Film, first movie ever to be nominated for Best Foreign Film, Best Animated Film, and Best Documentary Film.
Whoa.
All 3. It didn't win anything.
Well, bummer. Honor just to be nominated.
Yeah, and it's just a phenomenal movie. Just so good, and just one I would have never heard of or watched. And I just love that about the Oscars.
People ask that sometimes about reaction shots. They said, like, would you ever want to do like a foreign film episode? And I thought about it, and I was like, no, like, I don't like delineating it like that. It's just this show's just movies.
Yes.
It's what we happen to see. We have an international audience.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
And like, I don't know. I don't like. It feels Eurocentric, Western-centric to delineate things by foreign film or not.
Did you see the insane interview with Michelle Yeoh from Everywhere, Everything, All at Once?
I've seen a couple of them.
Where the interviewer was like, "Yeah, there's kind of a big moment. It's a big moment right now for Asian cinema. Do you think it'll last?"
I didn't see anything that had an interviewer actually speaking.
Yeah,
I just saw like the one where she was like going through her career. It
was like, "Do you think this moment will last for Asian cinema?" She was like, "It's not a moment." Like, what?
Like what?
Like,
dude, everything. Oh, I should have mentioned that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Another blue check mark.
Incredible. Blue check mark's got taste, I guess. Sorry. I don't have a blue check mark, but like,
I need to see this.
we got to get blue check marks, I guess.
I know.
Because we're pretentious film buffs. But no, my God, I loved it. Single tear. Beep.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That's
oh
good.
my God.
I've heard even with all the hype, people are seeing it and it's still blowing them away, which is awesome.
Yeah,
Not, like I'm worried it's going to be a Parasite situation. Yeah.
Where Parasite is like obviously phenomenal.
Really good movie. So good.
But like, yeah, hearing that it was like the greatest thing that's ever happened and then seeing it, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's a really, really good movie.
yeah.
But you did it a disservice by
Saying it's the best
saying it's the greatest thing of all time. Yeah. And I was like, come on, pump the brakes.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wouldn't even say that, but it's just like, it's so unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to see it.
And apparently my gorgeous therapist knows the Daniels. She's like read the script and I'm just like, I wish you hadn't told me that. Because now I like feel weird about it.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Huh?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
The Daniels, the directors of Everything Everywhere
okay.
All at Once. And they did Swiss Army Man.
Oh, okay.
Which I think didn't stick the landing. I loved Swiss Army Man until like the last 10 minutes. And I was like,
Bummer.
oh, what happened? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Everything Everywhere All at Once is incredible.
Nice.
And Michelle Yeoh is incredible. God damn.
Crouching Tiger 10 out of 10.
She's so good, dude.
Hell yeah.
And she's
Super
got
Cop
such
10
like
10.
and she's got such like a good just like vibe and sense of humor.
Hell yeah.
And she just seems so
Somebody send me the frickin' like long story short, Police Story 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Police Story 1 and 2. And then in America,
Super Cop.
Police Story 3 is Super Cop. Police Story 4 is First Strike.
Yeah.
But because of freaking international production or distribution and all that, it's like impossible to find the Chinese version with subs of Super Cop. Everywhere I go to rent it or get it, it's the dubbed version.
Really?
Yeah. It's like the
Have
American.
you tried Cinephile?
No.
They might have it.
Okay. I gotta find it.
rental place over by the New Art.
I want like the original freaking. I want Police Story 3, not Super Cop. Damn it.
Yeah.
Police Story 4. Because those are the best. Love those.
Amazon, sometimes you get lucky online. I bought Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia, and it was like a Spanish Blu-ray with region free.
Nice.
I don't know.
Nice. Don't send me
Whatever.
it. Just send me where to get it. Is what I
Right.
mean.
Yeah. Bring us Jackie Chan, please.
Yeah.
We would love to meet him. All right, John Gallagher. Did either of you pick up the 4K Godfather set? It's a
No.
doozy. Picture quality is insane, and the goodies you get in the deluxe set are great. That sounds great. I'm unclear if I have a 4K Blu-ray. Can the Series X play 4K
Yes.
Blu-rays? It can?
Uh-huh.
I've been sleeping on this the whole time. I mean, I haven't purchased a physical medium in 6 years.
The only 4K I have.
Let me guess. Terminator 2?
No. Think of like the most epic possible.
Avatar?
No. Even more epic than Avatar.
What?
The most possible. What is the most epic possible?
Gone with the Wind.
No.
What is it?
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, of course.
Come
Of
on.
course, of
Yeah,
course,
Of course. Lord of the Rings 4K set.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta.
You got to.
You gotta.
It's like it has to be the first thing you get.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, shoot. I've got a 4K TV, so might as well buy the Lord of the Rings box set. Highly anticipated says, "Love you, Isla." Thanks. I think that's because I
What am I?
mentioned
Just
missing my
chopped
mom.
liver?
This is my co-host, Chopped Liver.
Yeah.
I'm sure highly anticipated loves you too.
Maybe.
Love's a funny word. Sam Sorensen, it's getting blocked. Did you? God, stop it, Patreon. Did you read any of the Nicolas Cage AMA? It seemed nice. He's a genuinely sweet guy. I've read one or two of the things.
Same, yeah. That
And
he
it's-
never phoned it in.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I love Nicolas Cage.
Mhm.
I watched National Treasure 2 last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always loved Nicolas Cage. Like,
Hell yeah.
he's just so interesting to me.
If you were born in the 80s, you probably loved Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Like, The Rock and Con Air and
Oh,
Face Off. Like,
Oh, my
these
God.
all were the movies we were growing up with.
Yeah.
So,
And then catching like 4 minutes of Leaving Las Vegas on HBO and being like, wow, he's doing an amazing job. I never want to watch this movie.
it was on the other day. You know, yesterday was insane. Leaving Las Vegas and Schindler's List were both just on TV.
Wow.
Just like, yo,
Have you been doing framed.wtf?
not yet. You sent me this. I
It's
want to get
fun.
into it.
Schindler's List was today's. I've never actually seen Schindler's List.
What?
I don't know. Just never came up. I know the story of it, obviously. In the red jacket.
You should just you should really watch it.
But that's the thing is like movies like that where it's like going in knowing it's like super heavy and depressing. I just typically don't find the energy to do it, you know?
So Stanley Kubrick famously criticized that movie because Spielberg is a sentimentalist,
Sure.
and it
I
wasn't.
could see him saying that.
And it wasn't like brutal enough. Kubrick said that. If you can handle
Yeah.
Kubrick, like obviously Schindler's List is dealing with the most brutal, sad, depressing subject matter in history.
Yeah.
But you should definitely watch it.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
It's like beyond, like 10 out of 10 isn't even enough to describe it.
But it just seems so depressing.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes depressing can be good.
Oh, yeah.
You know, sometimes it can.
I need to watch Stalker. That's another one of my. I was like thinking about my huge blind
Russian
spots.
stalker?
Yeah. Tarkovsky or whatever.
Saw it in college.
I've got some like big old blind spots like that and Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Ugh. Too many movies, dude.
Yeah.
Garrett Hullfish. I realize I'm ignoring the prompt. What prompt? But I feel like no one talks about the Florida Project. Sure, it's a few years old at this point, but it's a masterpiece of character writing. Willem Dafoe at his greatest, and the main character that really makes the movie feel as loud and energetic as she is. And then Mattia Barcelli piped in and said, that's one of my favorite movies of the last 5 years. Have you watched Red Rocket? Sean Baker's up there with best right now for me. I've heard Red Rocket's really good, and I've heard the Florida Project is really good, and I haven't seen it.
Never heard of it.
The Florida Project?
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of the Florida Project?
Never even heard of it.
Wow. I'm surprised by that. It was like an Oscar darling a couple of years ago.
Shit. Missed it. Shoop. Flew over
The
me.
Florida Project. I am unsure, but I think it's about Disney World coming in and like displacing a bunch of people or something like
Sounds
that.
right. With
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe?
This sounds
Shit.
like literally
I
up
know.
your alley,
What
dude.
the hell?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen it, so maybe that's not even what it's about, but
Missed it.
yeah. Mellow Fellow, hype level for the final season of Better Call Saul. Their hype level is 9. Why? One word / name, Lalo. I don't know what that's referring to, but I know your hype level is probably
I
up
mean,
there.
it's beyond a 10. Better Call Saul is ridiculously good. Ridiculously good. Can't wait.
Better Call Saul or Avatar?
So different.
What's better?
God. I'm not playing that game.
You gotta. I'll throw my phone at your face.
There's
if you
been like 5 seasons and Breaking Bad and the Jesse Pinkman movie versus
Camino.
just one Avatar. So can I answer this after Avatar 2 and the final season of Better Call Saul? We'll circle back.
All right, but no wriggling out of this.
No wriggling out.
You worm.
Once I see the final season of Better Call Saul and
Okay.
Avatar 2,
All right, fair enough.
I will hold me to it. I will give you the
Hold him
definitive-
to it, chat.
Yeah. But Better Call Saul is one of my favorite shows of all time, and like it was so apprehensive when it was announced.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
was just like, what? We don't need to even
don't
know
need
more
this,
about this
yeah.
character. Breaking Bad has the greatest ending and the greatest run of any TV show ever. Like, it's just this perfect thing. And then after like a semi-slow, bumpy half first season, like it's just found its footing and became its own thing, and now it's truly one of the best shows.
Yeah, I watched season 1 and I enjoyed it, but then I stopped watching. So
Other characters get more time after season 1, and it becomes what it is now.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Parakankor says, what's your best idea to boost viewership for the Oscars? I think they should start following Keeley's world premiere method. I'm glad Drive My Car won for Best International Film, but mainly mention it to bring up 2 other Japanese movies you must watch. One is One Cut of the Dead. I really want to see that. And 2 is Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes. That sounds enticing. These movies are all about delivering fun and jolliness. Highest recommendation if you just need to feel joy while watching a movie. One Cut of the Dead has been on my list. I've really been wanting to watch that.
Fun. Really fun.
How to hype up the Oscars though?
I really liked this Oscar.
I only saw the takeaways, so
it felt intimate. The seats and stuff and everything up close. There was an extra level of intimacy this year, but we need more. We need more behind the scenes. Take us in. Take us in there. We live in a TikTok, everything is right there kind of world now.
Yeah.
And we want to see backstage. We want to have hear they'll cut the mic, or you'll see 2 famous people that you love talking to each other. Like Spielberg will be talking to whoever the hell, and it's or JJ, whatever. And it's I want to hear that conversation. Let us in.
You can't hear their conversation.
Why?
Because we're not worthy. If we heard their conversation, we would explode.
I'm just saying it would be that would be such a reason to tune in, because growing up too, there was all these famous people in the same room. That was part of it. That was part of the fun. And it's it even has that MCU vibe of we get to celebrate all of these movies for one night that are together. We get to talk about Drive My Car next to Dune tonight. They're together.
Yeah.
And I love that. And they just need to lean in more to the celebration and the intimacy of it all.
It's very funny to me. There's a very upstairs downstairs thing with the Oscars where it was all the A-listers get the 6 feet separation thing, and then the friends and family and other people are all packed like sardines at the back of the theater, and I'm just it's okay if you all die from COVID, but Denzel, Oh, he was so good in Macbeth. I saw Macbeth also. Very good.
Dude, the
beautiful
freaking production design.
I know, dude. One of the most gorgeous movies I've ever seen. Oh my God.
When the witch is standing by the lake and it's the reflection.
The reflection. Oh.
So many sick
And when the room
shots.
fills with water and they do that thing, and then the room the water goes away. I was just this is so cool looking. Oh my God, what an awesome movie.
Yeah.
Targray, top 5 movie slaps. Go.
The only slap I can think of is from The Simpsons. I challenge you to a duel. Do you accept, or are you a coward? He has the dueling glove.
Oh.
And he just slaps people.
That reminds me of Robin Hood Men in Tights, when he slaps him and then he gets the gauntlet and goes and then goes whack, and he just I accept.
So good.
That's really good. Man, there are some good movie slaps.
I can't think of a damn one.
I can't. Yeah, I think of the vibe and the energy of them, but I can't think of any. I do fucking Roman Polanski, piece of shit.
Fuck you.
But
Will Smith
the
more
part
penalized.
of Chinatown when she's freaking out, Oh, dude, yeah, the fucking Academy with Roman Polanski took 13 years or whatever to revoke his. It's
And Fantastic Beasts censored in China. Did you hear about this now? More fuel to the fire. Yeah, they removed 2 lines alluding to Dumbledore and Grindelwald loving each other.
I mean, that's par for the course, bro. They put us in shots that you can cut out for China. That's the thing.
No backbone.
Nobody has any backbone, but
it's disgusting. Anyone who supports that movie, think long and hard.
I mean, it's not. From what I hear, I don't know if it's definitive yet, but Warner Brothers is getting out of the Harry Potter game. I think because they're just it's not fucking worth it. Ezra Miller's
shut it down.
A problem. Johnny Depp was a problem.
Shut it all down.
Obviously, She Who Shall Not Be Named is a problem. But we don't have to get into all of that. But yeah. Anyway, but Chinatown.
Good slap.
Well, when she's kind of more like freaking out, and then like
Yeah.
a good shake maybe. Damn it! I like Chinatown. It's so
I
irksome
like
to me.
Rosemary's Baby. It's very annoying.
It sucks.
I can't.
I like my nose.
Watching
I like
that.
breathing through it. Oh, I haven't watched it since I found
Yeah.
out Polanski was a shitbag.
Yeah.
I think on my website it might list it still as my favorite movie. I should update that.
Yeah.
I don't update my website all the time.
Same.
It's a complicated website. Check out islandhank.com. It's ridiculous.
Nice.
Um,
Didn't even know it was a thing.
Oh, you'd love it.
Nice.
It's an absurd website.
Hell yeah.
It's a text adventure. Project DAD. Did not know that the Oscars were happening until after the slappening happened. I love National Treasure 1 and 2. Your mom had great taste in movies. Yes. National Treasure, dude. I hope that series doesn't suck. How do you feel about singing in live action movies like Tick Tick Boom? I still need to watch Tick Tick Boom.
One of the only ones I didn't watch was Tick Tick Boom.
Some of the songs are great and fit well, but one or two of the songs felt like they were in there to be there. Yeah, singing in movies is like, I mean, obviously I love musicals.
Mm-hmm, same.
But my experience with most musicals, my theory is most musicals are kind of like albums where it's like they've got two bangers and the rest are kind of whatever. And oftentimes, like the best musicals, you get the banger as like song 3 and then a good one right toward the end. Other times you get like Book of Mormon where it's like the best song is Hasadiga Ibowai and that's like the second song. And then I Believe is pretty good. And then it's just kind of like whatever, in my opinion. And like, yeah, so I don't know. It's just really hard to do music.
Yeah, musicals, I got to be in the right mood, and I obviously need to like the music.
Yeah.
I love The Last 5 Years and Rent and Chicago and all the good ones. Love The Last 5 Years. Don't sleep on that. That movie has like poor ratings, but everyone who's seen it that I talked to about it loves it. So good.
It's
Anna
so
Kendrick.
funny. I love, because amongst like musical snobs, Rent is like low rent. Like people don't like Rent.
I love
It's like Phantom
it's
where
the
everyone's like
best.
snobbish about it. And it's like, have you seen Company? And it's just like,
I love Rent.
you can appreciate them all kind of on different levels. Obviously Rent is like ridiculous, but whatever.
Last year's Rent. I love it. 100 minutes. It's the best.
I've seen it live a couple of times. I think.
I'm jealous. West
I
Side
don't
Story
even love Rent
though.
that much.
West Side Story is a good movie, but I legitimately don't like any of the music. I don't hate the music, but West Side Story didn't stick with me because the music I didn't connect with it.
The instrumentation, I haven't seen the new West Side, but obviously the old one. The instrumentation is so interesting and awesome in that I really enjoy it. But yeah, it definitely has like 3 bangers, Yeah. Be Cool, Maria, Tonight, obviously.
Maria.
Yeah. I just met a girl named Maria.
Yeah,
like
that's a good
it's good.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like one or two songs maybe at most.
Obviously it's just like also it's like Romeo and Juliet, so like even though you know the story, you're just like, don't drink the poison, don't get in the fight, don't take the knife, like Matt Damon or Ben Affleck? Oh God, I don't know. Matt Damon?
I always said Matt Damon, but then he was in the crypto commercial, so
right,
now it's Ben
Ben
Affleck.
Affleck.
Yeah,
Ben Affleck.
engaged to J-Lo. They're going again.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm rooting for him. Big time.
Ana de Armas,
Always
dude?
rooting for love.
I mean, sure. Dude has had a storied romantic career. Ana de Armas is like one of my biggest celebrity crushes. She's so pretty.
And I love Jennifer Garner. She's so sweet.
She seems chill enough.
He kind of like talked shit on her recently, which is kind of
Don't they have
annoying,
like
but-
kids or some shit?
Yeah.
Wow.
She like got him through rehab and stuff.
Oh yeah, he was like an
Gnarly.
alcoholic, right?
Super gnarly.
And then Project DAD asks,
Check out The
Tom
Way
Hanks.
Back with Ben Affleck.
Oh,
a
yeah.
newer movie. He's a basketball coach.
Yeah, it's kind of semi-autobiographical, right? Because he's like
Really good.
recovering.
Super good.
Tom Hanks or Ryan Reynolds?
Tom Hanks all day, every
What a
day, twice
pair
on
up.
Sunny.
I mean, they're
Sunny?
both great,
Sunday.
but Tom Hanks, how do you even?
Yeah, Tom Hanks is like The best of the best.
Master Chief face or butt reveal.
Haven't seen the show.
I heard they reveal his face in the first episode and his butt in like a later episode. So it's like,
So weird.
love a good butt reveal. Live comedy or Netflix special?
Live comedy.
Yeah, either one, I guess. Would you listen to a podcast? No.
We're a dad.
Where a dad gives dad advice to people?
At this
I'm
very
not,
moment, no.
Yeah, I'm not the target audience for that, but it sounds like a good value to a lot of people. I'm not a podcast. I'm on the supply side of podcasts. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to books, like a lot,
Nice.
and music.
Nice.
I probably should listen to more podcasts. I don't know. Good Lord, Tokyo Slim. More than one full screen worth of writing here on an episode with no
Skim
prompt.
it. I'm going to skim it.
I love
Played it safe for the Oscars. No huge surprises. Here are the snubs.
Okay,
Villeneuve
all right,
for director. Well, I'm not sure I'd have given it to him. Definitely deserved a nomination.
he didn't even get a nom. Yeah, that's a snub.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage for Pig. Huge snub.
Pig was the biggest
Huge
snub for me.
snub, dude. That movie is amazing.
Pig got snubbed.
That movie is so good. Nobody was nominated. Here's the thing. The Oscars are a farce. Like, they're kind of ridiculous. And, like, it's mostly about if you campaign. Like,
But it's not the only thing.
but it is, though. Like, it's a big thing. Like, it's mostly about campaigning, sending fruit baskets, sending screeners.
It's
you know,
a
like,
lot of things need to align too. Like your
Well,
movie
just
at least needs to be like known a little bit.
Right.
Like Pig was so under the radar.
Well, but also it doesn't even have to be like nefarious. Like it doesn't have to be like, I'm not saying necessarily that they're like buying votes with fruit baskets. I'm just saying like people are busy. And if they're not aware of your movie, if they're not aware of your performance, if they didn't take the time to watch your performance because they didn't know about it, that's a thing too. And like if you don't campaign, they won't know about it. And it's like the people in the Academy are also just the people that you see sitting in front of you and a bunch of technical people that get short shrifted onto the fucking non-broadcast, which is ridiculous.
Was absurd.
Yeah. Yeah, they bumped editing. And I'm just like, editing?
Like,
Come on.
dude,
Editing is one of the most important things in a movie.
not to sound like an out of touch boomer, which in turn makes me sound like an out of touch boomer.
We're millennials, which is getting up there apparently.
Like this need for things to be shorter and to cater. Like the Oscars need to be shorter. Baseball needs to be shorter. Like,
Just let it die. That's what I say.
or let it be 8 hours and the people that actually want to celebrate movies and hear the people that make movies
But you
talk
got-
about movies will sit there and watch.
Capitalism, bro. You got to make money to put the show on. And if nobody's watching, you don't make any money. So it's like a weird dance. Oh my God, we have to talk about fucking Flash seeing the Speed Force or whatever the fuck. Did you see this? Did you watch the Oscars?
Yeah.
The
Top 5 moments,
top
movie
five
moments, yeah.
moments,
It was
and
the
then the
Snyder
like
crew.
the Snyder crew
Snyder
showed up,
crew.
and inexplicably,
They're nuts.
inexplicably, the Dreamgirls crew showed up. Like, how did that weasel
Yeah.
in there?
Yeah.
Like, top 5 movie moments: Neo dodging bullets. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
okay.
Song from Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Avengers Assemble was number 3,
Sure, I could
which should
see
be
that.
number 1.
I mean.
Honestly.
Top 5 movie moments of all time? Like,
Avengers
that was
Assemble-
crowd-pleasing moments. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Avengers Assemble, yeah, like God
It's
tier.
number 1.
But, like,
Nothing like it.
Flash enters the Speed Force or whatever. I'm like,
The Snyder crew.
I mean, it was kind of fun, but like, what?
yeah.
The Snyder crew.
The
dude.
Snyder crew does not mess around.
They do not mess around.
Mad
They're
respect.
dedicated.
I love it.
Whatever.
I love every Snyder movie except Sucker Punch.
Just maybe cool being so mean about it, but like, hey, love what you love, you know?
Love what you love. I wish I could watch the Snyder cut for the first time again. I need that right now. 4-hour cut. Let's go.
It's
Love it.
exactly what you want. Just lengthy and ridiculous.
Yep.
Flea winning nothing, a big snub. Jodie Comer for The Last Duel. Yeah, I know nobody saw this. I found the performance to be exceptionally nuanced and real. I haven't seen that movie, but I just heard about it, and it doesn't seem chill to me, but I don't know. The Last Duel in general, Ridley Scott's best film since The Martian. I like The Martian. I think it was disserviced by Ridley Scott's general, like, boomerdom, and also the fact that he had, like, 2 movies come out in the same fucking month, and it was like Last Duel and House of fucking Gucci, and I'm just like, cool it, bro.
Gladiator 2, it's coming.
Is it?
The script is done. It's about
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
It's about the kid, Lucius or whatever, from the first movie, and he's all grown
the
up.
Emperor's kid,
Yeah,
or is that Ridley Scott's or Russell Crowe's kid?
the Emperor's kid.
No, his family gets murdered. Oh yeah, right.
Emperor's kid. Yeah.
Passing Ruth Negga, Tessa Thompson, Rebecca Hall getting 0 recognition for Passing, a movie that I had in and out of my top 21 most of the year. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I think just nobody saw it.
The Passing?
Passing.
Never saw it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Which I assume is about, I don't know, because passing means something to me, but I think it also, like, for people like biracial and stuff, like, you can pass as, like, white passing is a thing.
Yeah, never
So
saw
I don't know
it.
what it's about, but I think that must be what it's about. I don't know. Sophia talks to me about that stuff,
Nice.
and I just listen, and I go, The Green Knight. There it is. I enjoy Green Knight or whatever. I'll wrap it up by saying that Mad God, my 5th favorite movie of last year, should probably have gotten an effects nod, but I understand why it didn't. It'll be streaming on Shudder starting June 16th. Well, okay.
Nice.
Tokyo Sim's also really enjoying Moon Knight.
Chill.
Faraz Rizvi. Have either of you watched Severance? Shit, yeah, dude.
I don't have a blue check mark. So Severance
Severance is so good, dude. Watch it. David Warren, what was up with Regina Hall, eh? And then Zach Washington says, you leave Regina Hall alone. I don't know what either of you was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Zach Wojnar, I barely watched any of the Oscar movies this year, same, and I was unimpressed with many of them. That said, I have watched West Side Story about 20 times thanks to my day job, which is acting as a caregiver for an 89-year-old lady with dementia. Okay. She lives West Side Story and can watch it every day, so we do. We also watch Hairspray, the OG West Side Story, and Leon the Professional.
Nice.
I don't know why she likes that last one, but she does. She also enjoys Moon Knight, I think because she relates to the character who's perpetually confused and doesn't recall the circumstances that brought him to where he is. Oh, yeah. She doesn't like Halo, though. Her criticism, these boys are ugly. But we're going to watch this week's episode, which I already saw, because you see Chief's Fanny. Seriously, she's 89, but I don't know anyone more boy crazy than Mary. I love this. So if you have any old people in your life, even if they have Alzheimer's or whatever, call them. They may be wacky, but you're going to miss them when they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super.
My grandpa is staying at my parents right now. He's 92.
We watched Captain Blood together.
Yeah.
I wonder if he clocked me.
Clocked you?
Like knew I was trans.
Oh,
I wonder if I passed to your grandpa.
I'm sure. I mean, my grandpa's like kind of confused. Just in
seemed all right.
general, yeah. But, 92. Like,
Yeah.
he forgets things.
I thought he was
He's
93.
93.
Because I
96.
remember he asked your mom how old he was, and she
93.
said 93, and I said, that's the year Jurassic Park came out.
Yeah. His short-term memory is like brutal right now.
Okay.
So his long-term's great, but he'll just like, you'll tell him something and then 20 minutes later he'll be like, what's going on?
Right.
Yeah.
You
hard.
seem very nice
Yeah.
to me.
Kind soul.
Your whole crew over there, your whole family, very chill. I like them.
Very loving home.
Yeah. Super Sushi 1. The Oscars missed me this year. The only movies I'm kind of interested in seeing are Coda and maybe Nightmare Alley. I saw Nightmare Alley.
I
They
truly
saw Power of
recommend
the Dog.
all of them. They're all so good.
Very good ending. Not be worth seeing the rest of the movie. I've heard Power of the Dog is good. Avatar 2 hype check. We don't have to get into it.
Maximum hype. Like, honestly, in the peak of the when I was in the peak of my MCU obsession, so like before Infinity War,
Yeah.
that is where I'm at right now
Oh, yeah.
with Avatar 2.
Okay.
Like, it is time.
It
I
is
am
more than time.
So ready.
My worry, which I think is not founded,
Yeah.
my worry that a couple of, like 3 or 4 years ago was that it was going to come out and look really dated because they'd been working on it for so long. You know,
Yeah.
like when a game that was announced 10 years ago comes out and it's like, well, this game would have been cool if it came out in 3 years after you announced it, but it's been a decade. But this is just like, it's so ridiculous that it's got to just like, I just hope it like pushes everything forward.
Yeah. Because Avatar 1, like, still looks insane.
Yeah.
Because he's so good at practical effects. Like, he
Yeah.
builds things. The dude is like an engineer, you know? He actually makes things.
And lighting reference is very, very important.
Yeah, all the filmmaking.
Get your gamma right, you bastards. 3, I love National Treasure movies. Yeah. I hope the third one will eventually come out. Yes. On a note of Nicolas Cage movies, I watched Pig recently and was delighted to find out it wasn't another taken-ass Goldman action movie. That's true. The marketing of that movie...
Weird.
I enjoyed the zigzag of it where you go in thinking it's going to be John Wick, but about a pig, and it's just fully not.
Yeah.
But I bet a lot of people didn't watch it because of that.
Yeah.
And the Academy, probably. Mattia Berselli, I feel like this should have been another year where foreign movies should have won Best Picture. Drive My Car, Worst Person in the World, Shit Yeah, Worst Person in the World, and Flea were all better than the other nominated American movies.
I love Coda. Oh my God.
Also, Coda is like apparently a shot-for-shot remake of a French movie, which was a remake of an Iranian movie or something. I don't remember the original. Simon Rex not getting any love for his performance in Red Rocket was depressing. Yeah, I've heard Red Rocket's really good. The title threw me off. He should have definitely got a nomination for Best Actor at least. Aside from that, I've been watching a lot of TV lately. Got Apple TV sub, so I must say
Blue
that
check
level of quality is high.
mark. What's up?
Severance. Pachinko. I've seen billboards for that. I haven't seen it. Slow Horses, Servant, and Ted Lasso.
Ted
Servant
Lasso.
looks kind of up your alley. That's
Shyamalan.
like the Shyamalan joint. Yeah, looks weird. Lastly, thank you, Isla, for recommending Yellow Jackets. Boom, Yellow Jackets. Same as Patriot. Watched all the season in 3 days and loved it. Can't wait for season 2.
Goaty.
Dude, we
Goaty.
got to finish our Patriot watch
Definitely.
party
100%.
before like they take it away or something. Even though they wouldn't because it's their own show. Tyler Pepper, I watched Coda after Huber's hype and it winning the Oscars. What a great movie, and I don't typically like Oscar-winning movies. Also, I feel like Best Animated Feature Film is given to the wrong movie. There's nothing wrong with Encanto, but Belle, Demon Slayer, Mugen Train, and Mitchell vs. the Machines were all way better.
And
I had a
Flea.
friend of mine worked on Mitchell vs. the Machines.
You know who loves
Never
Mitchell's
saw it.
versus the Machines the most?
Who?
Guillermo del Toro.
Love Guillermo.
He's obsessed with that movie.
The Man Who Likes. I only got a chance to watch 2 of the movies nominated for the Oscars this year, them being Dune and Power of the Dog.
Hell yeah.
Dune's visuals
Tens.
are insane
Yeah.
and shows why Denis Villeneuve is one of the best directors working today. And I found Power of the Dog to be an excellent slow burn thriller. It's my first Jane Campion film as well. She's good stuff. So I've got a lot of catching up to do with her filmography. I will catch up on Drive My Car, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, and West Side Story as
They're
well.
all so good. All of these movies are freaking incredible.
It's so funny, dude,
it
because
bums me out. And everyone's just talking about a slap. And it's like, yo, even if you don't think you're interested, like, give these movies a go. They're so good.
Worst Person in the World is so fucking good.
A little too heavy
Oh, man.
for me.
Oh, yeah. But it
little
to
too
me,
real.
To me, well, right. But what I liked about it, though, is that it's the right kind of comfort to me where it doesn't sugarcoat things and it's just like, this is what life is.
Yeah.
And like, but there's hope. It's like a hopeless hope, which is the
It's
only
a
kind
hopeless hope.
The
It
only
is
kind of
so
real
good.
hope is hopeless hope.
Hopeless hope. You hope because you have to.
Right. Or you create a meaning for yourself, which is what hope actually should be instead of just fruitless dreaming.
Yeah.
Because that's a salve to the wound that won't last, baby.
There's parts of it, though, were
Oh, brutal.
too brutal and hopeless.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like,
Brutal.
yeah. So, oh my God, those movies are all so damn good.
Licorice Pizza
When-
is so funny because, like, I hear some
love
people
it.
are like, it's amazing. And then other people are like, it's problematic trash. And I'm like, okay, well,
People say that about everything. It's just insane. Like,
I mean, it sounds, from what I've heard about Licorice Pizza, it's like kind of pedophile-y, but I don't know. I haven't seen it, so.
I don't know.
I don't know.
don't
Nightmare
know.
Alley was okay.
I know when Guillermo del Toro's movie is like one of my least favorite, you know, it's
Yeah.
a damn good movie.
A good year. Yeah. Nightmare Alley. It's one of the. I think we talked about this before, but it's one of those where it's like, the beginning half, you're like, oh, this is gonna be sweet. This is gonna be sweet. And then as it goes, you're like, oh, this is what we're doing. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Readjusting expectations.
Which
Less interested, but fine. Okay, let's go. You know, like
which I liked it. I liked Nightmare Alley.
Yeah.
And
I liked
liked Crimson Peak the first time, but it's a very similar thing.
watch it again.
Where it's
Yeah.
like you watch Crimson Peak again, adjusted,
6 years later.
and it's 10 times better. And
Yeah.
so when I go back and adjust for Nightmare Alley, I
Yeah.
think I'll like it a lot
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Because, I really like the first half so much.
The Man Who Likes also throws out, what's the best decade in film? My God. That's a big, tall order. I don't know if there is one, honestly.
There's 10s from each.
Because, I mean, like, there are differences in all the decades. Like, the 60s obviously was coming out with some amazing stuff. The 70s.
The
bonkers.
40s has,
And then, yeah, the
some of
40s.
the best.
50s maybe weakest? I don't know. No, there's good shit in the 50s,
Yeah.
too. Like,
Touch of Evil in the 50s.
yeah.
Touch of Evil.
Like, there's some good shit in the 50s, too. But,
Every
like,
decade.
every decade has just, like, bonkers, amazing stuff in it. Even the 2000s, which, like, to me, generally in my life, I think of the 2000s as being the most milquetoast garbage that ever happened. And, like, the 90s were a little weird, but it had, like, some really interesting stuff going on. The 2000s
think it
maybe
might-
is the worst, but
Maybe the 90s.
there's some really good shit in
I
there.
think the 90s is like Nintendo 64, where it just, as time goes on,
Is this a good thing?
this is a bad thing.
What?
It has not aged the best.
But
It is not. It's nostalgia.
for all
and
the
it's great.
but for all the nostalgic like middle of the road garbage that was the 90s,
Yeah.
there's a Jurassic Park and there's a Mario 64 where it's just like
True.
the one thing tent pulls the rest so high. You know?
Yeah, Private Ryan, Schindler's
Yeah,
List. I
yeah,
think were both
like-
in the 90s.
Like Ocarina of Time is 64, right? Like
Yeah.
there's like 3 good ones and the whole decade is saved, you know? It's just like, all right.
Yeah.
But best decade in film, I don't know. I couldn't probably
Yeah.
say. Thankfully, we don't have to choose.
Yeah. Even Don't Look Up was good. Did you see the real life?
I saw Don't Look Up.
Did you see the real life thing?
What?
This girl on Good Morning Britain. Did you see the viral video?
No.
It's Don't Look Up in real life.
Where she's just like, we're all
Where
fucked?
she's like, yo, we need to stop oil, climate change is a thing.
yeah.
We if we stop it now, it would be an 8-year run up to it. It's not like one day no oil. It's
Right.
like if we stop now
Yeah.
and start transitioning, we have 8 years to do so.
Right.
And they were all just like, no, not like someone did a side by side and cut it with
it
Don't
was,
Look
like,
Up.
one to
It
one.
is haunting. It is chilling.
I mean, that's what Don't Look Up is about, obviously,
Yeah.
is climate change and like no
I'm
one
fine
listening
with
to
shit
it.
on the nose.
But we're right. But
Yeah.
like, it is getting terrifying. Like climate change, like scientists are being like, hey, we're nearing the like drop dead.
saw that, yeah.
It's like a year or two from now.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Terrifying. Yo, Don't Look Up. I liked it.
it's kind of fucked up though, because I think, and I mean, like, I don't want to blame anyone, but like the boomers have kind of like put us in a position where like the millennials and Gen Z, we're all just so like defeated
There's definitely a defeated vibe for
that we're just like, yeah, no, we're all gonna die. And that's just how it is.
Yeah. Try to find that video. It's it's brutal. But it was Don't Look Up.
Yeah, straight up. All right.
Nightmare Alley was okay.
Logan Tawase. I know you've told us like 4 times. I'm sorry. Best Picture nominations I saw. Don't Look Up was good, but I couldn't call it Best of the Year worthy. Nightmare was okay. Dune was great. Definitely understood more on the second viewing. Made it halfway through Power of the Dog and got bored because nothing was grabbing me. As for National Treasure, both movies are unironically some of them my favorite of all time. Same, dude. I could rewatch them endlessly. Sucks that apparently Nicolas Cage hasn't heard anything from
The
Disney
show.
about the potential third movie. What? Are
That
you
show's
serious?
coming. The show's coming.
Jason Wojnar did not see the Oscars, was preoccupied, I imagine. I hope
Yeah.
you're doing okay.
Same.
Good God, the world right now. Would like to bring your attention to Oleg Sentsov, however, a Ukrainian director from Crimea who served 5 years of a 20-year sentence in Russian prison after it was annexed, i.e. invaded, by Russia. He was released as a prisoner swap in 2019 and got straight to work on his most recent film, Rhino. The movie chronicles a young gangster's life in the early 90s, shortly after Ukrainian independence. Anyone from there will know what it was like to live there during this time. The country was broke and organized crime was rampant. I saw it at a screening and Q&A with the director the Sunday before the invasion and had an opportunity to ask him about the film. Specifically, it opens with a stunning oneer jumping to different moments in the main character's house during different times in his childhood and adolescence, seamlessly jumping years to different events in the same shot. Wow, that sounds incredible. Now he is in the army. I think the Territorial Defense, if I am not mistaken, a city's local militia. The movie was fantastic, and I recommend it once it hits streaming in the U.S. That sounds very interesting.
Yeah. Thanks,
what was
Jason.
it called
I want to
again?
check that out. Rhino.
Rhino. Okay.
Rhino.
By Oleg Sentsov. The movie was fantastic. Oh, I read that part already. Also, did any of you see Belle? It was phenomenal. I didn't. Hope you're doing okay. Matt Hastings, Oscars were fine. Didn't know Hallmark movies were winning Best Picture now. They have been for years, bae. What 80s?
Coda.
Here we go. To me, a Hallmark movie winning is like Traffic or Crash or The Blind Side. Coda seems like it has a little bit of actual like stuff going on to me. Like The Blind Side winning is Hallmark movies winning.
Sure,
It's like white
sure.
guilt winning.
Sure.
Like that shit is ridiculous.
Blindside is not a good movie.
No. Nor
not
was
like that
Traffic.
Yeah.
Nor was the bad Crash,
Yeah.
not the sexy car crash.
I will say
that
the
one
expectations of a Best Picture is a Parasite situation. It's super annoying now. Obviously, when you watch Coda now, knowing that it's Best Picture, that's automatic expectations.
Here's my deal.
Of like, okay, best movie of the year.
I
Prove it.
disagree. I think the Oscars to me are so stained that best like nominations or like the last few years has corrected this, but like the Blind Side era,
Yeah.
like Best Picture winning to me is like, okay, this is hokey trash
Didn't
that white
Green
people
Book win
like.
Best
yeah, like
Picture
Green
too?
Book
What
winning
the
is like some fucking
What
bullshit.
the
Some like racist bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's like look at the fucking group of producers when fucking Green Book won. Besides the actors, they're like all white, and it's like fucking ridiculous. And I mean, like, obviously, I'm not black, clearly, like, very different experience from me. I'm not, like, I don't want to talk out of turn, but like, it just seems a little fucked up, right? But then give me, like, you know, Moonlight, which is fucking great and actually
Moonlight
made
win
by
Best
black
Picture?
creators. Yeah.
Good.
Right? Because that was
think
the
it did,
Moonlight
yeah.
was the one where it was
Yes.
La La Land. They thought La La Land got it, and then Moonlight got it. Remember?
Thank God, yes.
Yeah, fuck La La Land.
I do not like La La Land.
La La Land is
whatsoever.
fine, whatever. But like,
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know. We don't typically try to get into like capital I issues around here because then people just scream at us, and it's honestly not worth the trouble. But like, I don't know, man. Oscar's so white,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like sometimes they get it right.
Yeah.
And sometimes they get it so laughably wrong, like Blindside, Green Book. And it is weird that it does often seem to be the like white savior type movies.
Yeah.
That just
Traditionally, historically.
yeah, historically, they just kind of eat those up. And it's just kind of like, ooh.
Yeah. That's why I love Coda. It's so
Right, but like Coda seems like a different kind of thing because it's like they had actual people living these experiences like involved in the making of the movie. And like that to me is very important.
yeah. Some of the best Bonds you will ever see in this movie. Love it. Love it so much. It's one of my favorite movies ever, Coda. Like, I'm obsessed with that movie.
I gotta see it.
Yeah.
I avoided it kind of for the opposite reason of avoiding like a Schindler's List is that it looks like it would be too happy.
It's sad and happy. It's got a good
happy
mix.
sad.
Yeah,
it's like
got
that's too intense for me.
it's
I don't know.
such
I
a
can't-
good balance.
I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Matt Hastings asks also, what 80s classic do you think could actually use a 4 decades later sequel? I don't know why, but I kind of want to see Keaton get back in the Beetlejuice makeup. I heard there was like rumblings of a Beetlejuice 2. There were rumblings.
Yeah, there are rumblings. It's
There are
happening.
rumblings.
Yeah, it's happening. I
Man,
think it's
80s
confirmed happening.
Yeah, 80s sequel.
Anything You're going to just immediately agree. Anything 80s Cronenberg.
Oh, God, yes.
Scanners.
Holy shit.
I think The Brood is 79, maybe,
Yeah.
damn it. But like The
Dude,
Brood.
The Fly.
The Fly. I know we had The Fly too. But
Oh, yeah, right. But like
Gina Davis.
Let's
Let's go.
and Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go.
I need to rewatch. I think I say this every month that I'm like due for a rewatch on The Fly.
Oh,
I love The Fly.
Used to watch
dude.
it as a kid.
I love
way
The
too
Fly,
much.
dude.
Yeah. Any
Thanks,
80s
man.
Cronenberg.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I fully agree. Sometimes you say you're going to agree, and I'm like, I doubt it. And then this time I'm like, yeah. Hey, wait. Are we supposed to start streaming at 2?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
For a little late. I'm sure they're fine.
We got to get food though too.
Yeah, shit.
Speed round.
Speed.
Colin Luton. It is criminal that there isn't a category for stunt performance and choreographers. It's very true.
Very true.
I agree. Colt Smith. Ooh, cutting this close. Lol. Yeah, I put this prompt up 12 hours ago. Keep this short because I'm supposed to be teaching. Lol. I think Coda deserves all the recognition it got, though. I think there were better films this year. I think Belfast could have taken it.
Better is tough.
Drive My Car, favorite. Glad to see Dune getting some rec. Yeah. Green Knight snub. Demon Slayer. Tyler Travis. I find myself watching fewer and fewer prestige/Oscar star movies. Same. And more genre-specific movies as I've grown older. I've begun to care less about it being good and more about enjoying it. Probably explains my recent run through John Carpenter's work, which was an absolute joy. Love me some Johnny Carps. But yeah, you're kind of right. I sort of don't care about the Oscars much. Sam Joven, admittedly, I didn't catch the Oscars, but I will pose this question. Will a video game movie ever get nominated for an Oscar? If you believe so, which video game would it be?
Sonic 3.
I mean,
go.
I'm sure that they will and maybe have for things like costume, makeup, visual effects. Like, that's where it would happen.
Yeah.
Best Picture, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe like something like a movie adaptation of like Life is Strange or like
Yeah.
Last of Us or something could do that.
Yeah.
But they have to like it won't
gonna be
happen
tough.
for
It's gonna be
I don't
tough.
know. Sage Mo Q. This has nothing to do with the Oscars or even movies, but I started watching Bosch.
Hell
Shout out to
yeah.
Huber's dad. I'm really enjoying it. And the Northman hype. Yeah.
Bosch, so good.
Gabriel Roy. Checked out of the Oscars for years, but always managed to find a way to bug me. How on earth did Pig not get a single nom?
Yeah, biggest snub. snub.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage and Alex Wolff were so good in the script. Yeah, dude, Pig is so fucking
Would have
good.
replaced Don't Look Up with Pig. That's what it should have been.
Yeah,
and then I honestly would have had no complaints.
Don't Look Up it was fun.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it
Yeah.
because I'm liberal, but like, I guess, I don't know who hated that movie, but like a lot of people did.
Yeah.
I don't get involved with that stuff. I'm just like, that was cool. Whatever. Jesse Blue, I just want to say you're both beautiful any time of the day and night. Oh, I love you too. Thank
Love you
you,
too.
Jesse Blue. Carl Williams, thoughts on the Oscars? Just slew of mediocrity being rewarded. 2019, 2020 was
So
better.
harsh.
And remembered the slap.
Like, have you watched the 10 Best Picture noms? That's my only question. Like, have you given those films a shot? Like, if you watch all 10 of those and then you legit come to me and say, yo, those movies are not good, the Oscars suck, I'll be like, all right, shit.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But, like, it feels like this year more than most was very dismissive of a lot of these.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I just watched? I don't know why I suddenly just thought of this. Heathers. Never
Old
actually
school.
watched it.
Is that Winona?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just threw it on the other day and I was
Shit.
like, Heathers. Weird fucking movie.
I barely remember that.
But I loved the slang. Oh, yeah, this is why I thought of it, because Jacob Novak says, hey, Huber, and I line Huber, long time, first time. And I love,
Long time first time.
it's one of my favorite things when you don't say the rest because you don't fucking need to.
Yeah.
I love that in language. And in Heathers, they do that where they're like, yeah, it'll be really very. And they just like don't say the rest, but you know what they're going to say. Yeah. One of my favorite, I think, Australian or New Zealand slang is like when you just say like blank as.
Sweet as.
Is sweet as. I'm beached as, bro.
Yeah.
Like, because you don't need to say like as hell or whatever. It's
Yeah.
just like beached as.
Hell yeah.
I love that. It'll be really very. I had a lot of Oscars thoughts, but my biggest and most impassioned was about Tick Tick Boom. Neither of us have seen it. I gotta see it.
That was my biggest
I gotta see it.
miss.
Yeah, I really need to see it. epitome of how to do a musical adaptation right. The structure being Jonathan Larson's one-man show definitely helps it avoid some of the why are they singing right now pitfalls that some people have, and I think the music itself is all killer, no filler. Yeah, that's a good, yeah. Andrew Garfield brings so much to the role and sings incredibly well considering this was the first time doing anything musical. Yeah, I've heard that. Like, he wasn't a singer at all, and he just, like, slays it, apparently. Love that. Maybe some of my love for movies are colored by how much I relate to the premise of feeling the need to accomplish something by the age of 30. How old is Andrew Garfield? But either way, it got snubbed hard, and I think more people should watch it. Yes, I really, 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 really want to watch that movie. But at the same time, I'm afraid to watch it because I also feel like, and I mean, we all feel this way, right? Like, oh, I should have accomplished more. Like, oh, I'm nothing. And like, believe me, it's a sliding scale. Like, we have a job that a lot of people would think is like a dream job. And like, I still feel like, oh, I want to be doing more. I want to be accomplishing more. And it's just like, everybody feels that way, I think.
Yeah.
Anyone with drive, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I'm envious of people who just like have enough and like feel like they love what they do. And like, that's it, you know? It's wild.
Totally.
But at the same time, I like the hunger, you know?
Yeah, it's good. Keeps you going.
Conrad, I only saw Dune and Don't Look Up out of this year's nominees, and I don't have much else to say about them other than I did in the Best of 2021 episode.
That's why I think the movies, that was my point.
What?
It wasn't just a general throwaway statement of the movies got dismissed. It was, I feel like they got dismissed more than ever because they were the most available they've ever been.
Sure.
So many of these movies were streaming.
But I think
even for like a small rental fee on Amazon, that's how I got Belfast. It was
Yeah.
like $6 to rent. Like,
signal to noise,
they
bro.
were all
Signal
there.
to noise, bro. There's so much available.
yeah.
You know? Like, people would go out and see it when it's the only movie out that week, and you had to go to a theater, and you're not going to catch a fucking plague to see it.
Fair point.
But, like, if you've got Severance and Yellow Jackets...
Yeah. And MCU.
And MCU and Belfast and
Yeah.
everything else and Dune and like 6 other movies that are
Yeah.
fucking great.
Yeah.
You're gonna skip some of them.
For sure.
I feel stingy about the Oscar bias against genre films. Seeing great sci-fi and horror movies get snubbed over mediocre dramas every year.
Dune won
Dude, yeah,
the
every
most.
time.
Dune won the most.
Right, but that's...
Dune. Think about that.
But that's different.
How is that different?
That's different.
That's a huge sci-fi
Yeah,
blockbuster.
but it had a huge budget and a lot of VFX. The Oscars historically like big, epic VFX movies. I think what Conrad is talking about is like smaller horror, like Pig. Like genre, like weird
Damn it, Pig.
genre stuff gets snubbed, which is true.
Pig, you got snubbed. We love you.
Yeah. I don't know why you're mentioning the X-Files, but I love it. Snubbed itself out of the conversation last week by miscalculating the time difference, so I want to say greatest show of all time is the X-Files. Yo, love the X-Files. Yes. Last comment, happy gaming. No spoilers because I'm still catching up on the show, but should Demon Slayer have gotten a nomination for animated feature? I have no idea.
Maybe. It's incredible. Maybe. That would have been a landmark moment, I think. Like a anime like that. I mean, it's happened before, right? Miyazaki maybe has been nominated for
Oh, yeah.
like it's a tough one. I don't know. Demon Slayer is really damn good.
Yeah. I lost my spot, so I'm just going to end it there. We've got some shout outs. We've got to be streaming in 8 minutes, and my nose is runny, and we need to eat lunch. So we're going to scoot. But we love you so much. And patreon.com/easyallies is the place to go if you want to support us. It's necessary.
So necessary.
It's how we live.
Spread the word. Share our videos.
Yes, please do.
Follow us.
Rate us on your podcasting thingy of choice. This is something I learned while I was on What's Good Games the other day. They say, hey, give us a 5-star review. It helps us raise up in the algorithms.
Nice.
See, I should listen to more podcasts because I would learn how to actually do this job.
Tips.
But yeah, give us
Tips
a
and
5-star
tricks.
rating and leave a review.
Yeah. Please.
On Apple or Spotify or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
On our Patreon, though, which is the most direct way to support us, we're trying to hit the 35K goal currently so that we can do a daily hangout stream, week daily, which is like an hour or more with 1 or 2 of us just chilling, talking straight to chat, engaging, and it's at an earlier time so that we can hit Europe and stuff, because most of our streams happen in the later times because like none of us get out of bed before noon.
Yeah.
Because we live a charmed, ridiculous life, I guess. I don't know. Charmed in some ways, I suppose. Terrible in others. Let's see. What the fuck am I talking about? Patreon.com.
The struggle.
Our highest tier. No, it's not our highest tier anymore, but we have a wonderful tier called the shout out tier. And then we also have the everything producer tier and the goddess tier. We don't have a goddess right now. So if you're a ridiculous person with a lot of money and you make bad choices,
The goddess.
throw us a grando and like we'll make you the goddess.
I want to be the
But-
goddess.
Shout out tier, we have the following people to shout out: Jabba Wobbs, Elthanis, Greg, the Dark Knight Kettering, Caleb, Togi Crawford, Nick, Raymond Wheeler the Third, Zat Von Doot, and Anacroth.
Shout out.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you for watching and listening, Reaction Shots. We will be back next month, hopefully with a more focus. Although this was kind of a fun episode. I sort of loved this. Maybe we should have less
Oscars.
focus.
It was Oscars.
It was Oscars.
We were talking
about the Oscars.
Yeah, it was like a sum up of the
we were-
movies.
This was our Oscars episode.
Yeah.
This is kind of what they always are anyway, where you're like, I saw every single one of them, and I'm like, I saw half of them, ha ha ha, and then the comments are all just like, the Oscars are trash, and we're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
that's how we always talk about the Oscars.
Honestly, yeah. So true.
Because that's about what it is for the Oscars, pretty much, you know. Anyways, we will be back next month. If you want to get in on the conversation, be in the $7 or up tiers on our Patreon. That's where the lovely people we were just pulling comments from comment to, so we can pull comments from.
Yes.
Yeah.
You.
And also you get it early. Bye.